Can anyone guess what time it is? It's time. It's time. Precious box. It's time.
Oh my God. I can't tell you what I've seen.
From the looks of it, you found a extension cord.
It's plugged into my ass.
Wow, whatever floats your boat, dude.
It's not me. They did it to me. Those things in there did it to me.
That's a closet, dude.
Well, there were things in there.
Yeah, there are coats, there's boxes. Wow, there are things in there.
Fuck you. It hurts. It really hurts.
Well, that's
Oh man. Thank God for that, because I just ran out of KY.
okay now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Don't play with that box anymore, damn it.
I like the box.
Bad things happen.
Not anymore, only to you.
Well, you know what? Let's review this new movie.
Yes, shall we?
Guys, we're here to review Hellraiser 2022 from Hulu. And yeah, we thought we'd have a little fun and pick up where we left off in the last video.
And initial reactions? I'm very happy with this film.
I very much liked it as well. It was very, very good.
Yeah.
I don't know, and this is just my opinion, if it's quite as good as the original or Judgment, because I love Judgment. I might have to watch it one more time and watch those again and mule it over before we rank, because we are going to re-rank.
Yes, we got to put this one in here, but I will say no. I love the first two better.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that.
Now, this will be a spoiler-free review.
Yes.
But at the very end, I'm going to give a slight spoiler. It's not a plot spoiler or anything like that. Just something I was very happy about. But I'm going to wait to the end of the review to do that. So.
Okay.
No. All right, guys. So, this movie was directed by David Bruckner. I think is how it's Bruckner. David Bruckner, I think is how it's said. And stars Odessa Azion, or Azion, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, I apologize, as our main character, Riley. Now, Riley is an alcoholic / drug addict who
fucked up,
comes upon an lament configuration and starts a whole chain of events that just really fucking sucks. And what do they say in these movies? We have such sights to show you.
Yes, we do.
Now, we have what people have been calling the female Pinhead, is actually the priest.
Yes.
The priest is played by Jamie Clayton, who I think did a hell of a job. I think she did a really good job. Really enjoyed it. For my money, and this is, again, just my opinion, as my friend Joe said, my super/bro, my homie Joe.
Yeah.
A lot of Hellraiser fans have not read the book, The Hellbound Heart, that these movies are based on.
Exactly.
Most of us have just seen the movies. Now, with that being said, I read Hellbound Heart like 25 years ago. I haven't, since high school. I haven't read it since high school.
Okay.
So I don't remember much about it, but I do remember that the Cenobite in that one was called a genderless being.
It was more feminine.
It was a little. It was described, I think, as more feminine. Yes. Now, of course, Doug Bradley came and became Pinhead, and it wasn't even called Pinhead in the original movie.
No,
it was
Pinhead was just
a name that was given to him by the crew. In the movie, he was called Lead Cenobite. This particular quote-unquote Pinhead is known as the priest. That's how she's credited. That's what it says. My opinion here, I do not believe these two characters are the same character. They are totally different characters. They're not remaking Pinhead. They're not changing his gender. Anything like that. This is a totally different priest that just happens to have the same kind of pins in her head, and I think that maybe all the priests may get that, like the actual priests themselves.
Well, maybe.
I don't know for sure. Just in this, I'm just saying my opinion. Maybe the way, because I don't feel like this movie had any remake in it.
No.
I felt it was more reboot sequel.
I thought it was a reboot too, but I'm going to say my opinion on this. The original Pinhead, when Pinhead was coined later on, but still, the original one was more feminine. It was more of a woman role. But I like this. I like that we got this. Now, we have gotten this in comic book form, but not cinematic. And it's so nice to get this cinematic form of the way it was originally supposed to be.
Yeah. And they did offer Doug Bradley a cameo. That's another thing that makes me think that this is not a... And they offered him a cameo as Pinhead. So that's another thing that makes me think they're not the same. That they're very different characters. This is a different scenario.
Yes.
He declined it because he wanted his legacy of Pinhead to be intact and to not be changed by this cameo. And they respected that, which I'm cool with, It
is.
It would have been cool to see him show up at the end, but whatever.
Yes, it would be cool. But it would be cool that he did, but I respect him for that because that's what he's most known for. Mm-hmm. Let him have it.
Now, this movie was co-wrote by David Goyer, and it was filmed primarily in Serbia. Yep. And I like that because at the beginning of the film, it starts out in Serbia. And then it goes to Boston. And even though it's not actually in Boston, it's set in Boston. And I thought that was pretty cool. Just kind of a nod, an homage to the place they were filming in. Like they wanted to give them a little bit of props. And I thought that was cool. I got some serious... There's a certain part of this movie, and I told Joe about it. He knew exactly what I was talking about when I told him. I got some serious Castle Freak vibes in this movie, too. There's some parts in it that's like with serious Castle Freak vibes. And I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was cool. I really liked that.
Nice.
I didn't have anything negative. Do you?
No. I really don't have anything negative about this film.
This was a pretty decent flick. It was a good film all the way through.
From start to finish, it had my interest, and it didn't take away from the other films.
Yeah, and it's 2 hours long, but it does go by pretty quickly. It's well paced.
Yes.
For my money, I love the look of the lament configuration. We get kind of a new design. Also the classic, but kind of added to it. And then we get some new configurations out of it, which I thought was pretty cool.
I thought that was cool, too. There was one configuration we did not get throughout the entire film, though. Where is my box?
The original configuration.
No, we did get the original configuration.
When it changes, I mean. Open. Oh, it's locked. Pinhead said, "Fuck you, we're going to bed."
Am I? This is the one configuration we didn't get.
Yeah.
And it's a classic configuration, but we never got this one. But we got so many others. And then also the box kind of hurting people without the Cenobites.
Yeah, the box had some new things.
That's a little tiny spoiler.
Yeah, the box had some new things that it did. I liked the look of our Cenobites and that we got a couple new ones.
Yes.
And a couple classic looks with some alterations.
We did love the beginning of this film. The beginning of this film is kind of different. And again, we can't give any spoilers here. But it is all about solving the box, I'll tell you that. And it was kind of in a different way. Kind of the second movie-esque, but not.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it was very well done.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of a new take on something they've done in a couple of the other films, actually. I thought that the special effects in this, the gore effects, the makeup effects, all looked really good. I think there was a mixture of practical and CGI, and I think
Definitely
they did a good job
mixture.
everywhere. I think they did a really good job in there.
I think they did too. I love the practical effects, but you could definitely tell where the CGI is kind of placed in there. But still, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
The end of this film, wow. New definition of pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. Again, I wish I could say more, but the end of this film, there is still pain and suffering involved.
And there is a bit of a throwback to an earlier film that I'm not going to say which one. It's just there's a bit of a throwback at the very end of this to an earlier film. And if we get a sequel, maybe they'll expand on that.
Oh, I hope so. And of course, you gotta love the chains.
Yeah.
You gotta love the chains.
Yeah. Some things in Hellraiser never go away and they stay the same.
Exactly.
And that's not a bad thing. I thought that they introduced some interesting new facts to the Hellraiser lore, kind of like the way they did in Judgment. They had some new facets, some new, avenues to explore. But they also kept some of the same and some of the things that we've always known and love about it.
Okay.
And that goes from the big picture to the small picture. That's how I'm going to put it.
Yes.
I just think that they brought some cool new stuff in here that we're going to be able to get to play with, hopefully, in the future.
I hope so, because what they did with this is amazing. It's been a long time since we've had a Hellraiser film.
Now, I was reading up on it, though, and it did say that they were talking about this project and then a prequel, not a sequel. So I don't know. We'll see. And I've also we've been hearing that there's going to be a Hellraiser series as well. Yeah. So who knows? I don't know if they're going to be connected or if it's different or standalone or whatever.
If they do a series like that, I would like to see the cube throughout time.
That would be funny.
You don't have to do an entire series that is just linear. You could do, hey, the cube in this time period, this time period, this time period, these people, those people.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be all the same. Kind of like more of a Tales from the Crypt style.
Well, the cube was created in like the Victorian age by that one dude, so
it was.
Who knows if how far back they can go with the concept, but it could still be a cool thing to explore.
Yeah.
And finally, I really liked the voice of our lead Cenobite. It had like that whole genderless thing. There was a female overtone and there was a male overtone.
It was,
and it was just dark and creepy. And I liked the inflection put on some classic lines. You know what I mean? There was a different inflection put in there, and it was a very good delivery. Really enjoyed it. I think that Jamie Clayton did a good job. I thought a very good acting job. Really enjoyed it.
I did too.
So, guys, that's pretty much it. Did you have anything else to talk about?
No, nothing without spoilers, no.
Okay. So my slight spoiler, we kind of hinted at it earlier. We get the Chatterer. And I'm not going to say any more about that, but damn, what a shocking development there was with the Chatterer.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. Guys, thank you very much for watching.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep. Definitely hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the movie. Go check it out on Hulu.
Check it out.
This is BroncoJuggalo saying peace.
And Bill saying, we have such sights to show you.
Tune in next time.
Good night.
Talking about mob shit. Couple $100 grand, nah, ain't much. One phone call, you can get touched. Then we gave Tommy a to-do list. Good fellas always got a full clip. Keep the family biz on the